Hello, my name is Mustafa Mikatria, and this tutorial is about the basic concept of the real-time operating system. The next tutorial, we are going to speak about how to build software. Let's start. Imagine we have two tasks to read data and print data. So, task number one, to read data. Task number two, to print data. And let's say also that the task number one has the highest priority. We have to save it somewhere. For that, I'm going to use create task function to store this information in a table. Here we go. Priority of task number one and priority of task number two are saved in this table. Now we have to start the task. For that, I'm going to use another function called start function or start task. The start task calls the scheduler. The scheduler basically is just going to check the table to know which task has to run. In our case, task number one has the priority, the higher priority, so task number one is going to run. For that, the scheduler needs another variable, the address of the both tasks. So it goes like this. The scheduler checks the priority, which one has the highest priority, task number one, and after that, use the address to start the task number one. The task number one is going to read, and there is no data here. After that, the task number one is going to call a service, wait. This service is just going to indicate to the scheduler that the task number one is not going to run again because it's waiting for the data. To do that, we need another parameter. Let's call it ready task. The priority, the address, and the ready variable are set here in the create task in the beginning. So when the wait service is going to change the ready task from 1 to 0, it's going to indicate calls the scheduler. The scheduler again check the table, which one has the higher priority. Task number one. Is it ready? No. The next task. Priority. We have obviously only two tasks. This task, priority okay, ready yes. Start task number two using the address stored in the table. Now imagine that at some point we have data here using interruption. The end function is going to call a services. Let's call it start. Just to not make a confusion between this service and this service. This service learns the scheduler. This service is going to do the opposite of the wait service. That means this one is going to set to 1 the ready variable of the task number one. When it's done, the start service is going to call the scheduler. The scheduler checks the table, which one has the highest priority, task number one. Is it ready? Yes. So start the task number one using the address. Let's repeat it again to make it more clear. It works like this. Task, create task. That means building the table, the priority, the address, and the ready variable. After that, we start the address, we start the task using the scheduler. The scheduler just checks the table using the priority and the ready variable. When it's done, when he knows which one has to run, he's going to use the address to start it. These are the basic concept of real-time operating system. The next tutorial, we are going to use this to make a software. So see you in the next tutorial. Thank you. Bye.